Last week, I gave you the $0 productivity system, which is great. Accordingly, you have deleted some of the apps, or you have done the brain dump, and you have your Power 3, which is great. But now, something strange is happening for you. You feel empty. The moment your life finally feels clear, you start feeling bored. No chaos, no consistent notifications, the 20 browser tabs open, just 3 tasks on a piece of paper, and silence. And for many people, that silence feels uncomfortable, so they sabotage it. They reopen the old apps, they started reaching new systems, and add another 10 new tasks to the to-do list. Not because they need to, but because their brain is addicted to noise. And today, I'm going to explain something very important. Why clarity feels boring, and why that actually the sign that you are winning. Welcome back to Abid Podcast. This is the place where we break down the systems behind execution, focus, and real progress. No fake motivation, no guru noises, just practical idea for people who actually wants to move forward. If you are new here, welcome on board. Like this video, share it with someone who needs clarity, and of course, subscribe to support the channel. Our mission this year is to build a community of 10,000 people who choose execution over hype. Without further ado, let's talk about something most people misunderstood. Most people are addicted to the stress high. Meaning, think about it this way. When you have 20 browser tabs open, when you have emails coming in, when you have notification every minute, messages constantly popping up, your brain is flooded with dopamine and cortisol at the same time. It feels like you are doing something important. It feels like hustling, but in reality, it is just stimulus. When you move to minimalist system, like the zero productivity system that we have talked about it in the last episode, if you didn't see it, go and watch it, something unexpected happens. That chemical spikes disappear. The chaos disappears. And suddenly your brain start asking, is what you do is enough? Because your brain start looking for a hit. So it tempts you to go back, check an old app, research a new tool, or add 10 things to your to-do list, because your brain is used to constant stimulation. And here is the point. Without that stimulation, clarity can feel boring. This is what I call it, the clarity trap. Here's the trap most people fail into it. When things get simple, they assume something must be wrong. So they start adding things again, more tools, more tasks, more noise. But what they don't realize is boredom is not the absence of progress. Boredom is the absence of noise. And success often lives on the other side of the silence. I would like to break this episode to 3 pillars. So pillar number 1, I would call it the boring signpost. And here is I want you to do a mental shift that will change the way you work. When tasks feel boring, it's usually mean that you have moved past novel phase and you have entered what we call it execution phase. This is where amateur and professional separated. Amateur chase excitement. They jump from idea to idea. I'm sure you have done that before. I have done that before. From a project to a project, from system to a system. Professionals stay focused. They repeat the same action long enough for the results to appear. Because success is rarely exciting. Success is constant. I would like you here to do a shift. Stop asking, how can I make this exciting? Whatever you do. And ask yourself, can I do this boring task with a 1% precision today? That mind shift leads me to something what I call it, or the focus stamina. In 2026, the real competitive advantage isn't AI alone. It is not speed alone. It is something much simpler. Focus stamina for me, it's the ability to sit with one important task and work on it, even when it becomes repetitive, even when it becomes boring, even when nobody's watching. Most people cannot tolerate that level is simplicity. They need stimulation, so they escape back to chaos. But the people who win learn to sit inside the boredom. Pillar 2, I call it the noise rebound. What I mean by that? Once you start working with the clarity, because you are only going with the 3 things, something interesting happens. Your ego starts to panic. It tells you you are falling behind. You should be doing more. You completed 3 tasks today. This is what I call it, a noise rebound. Your brains want to recreate the chaos that it used to operate in. So here is the protocol I want you to implement if you wish to do so. When you feel the urge to add more tasks, write them down. Everything you should do, everything you think you should do. Then cross them out, because most of the time, those extra tasks are just distraction wearing the productivity mask. Remember this rule. If it is not hell yeah, then it's no. Every unnecessarily task is a tax on you. Pillar number 3, it sounds funny, falling in love with the repetition. Let me tell you the truth about building anything meaningful. And we have spoken about it in a previous episode about excellence. Excellence is just the same boring habits performed at a world-class level for a long time. Let me explain. People like to believe success comes from breakthroughs, but most of the time it comes from repetition of same outreach, same editing, same planning, same execution, day after day. It's not glamorous, it's not exciting, but it works. And here's something I would like to share. It from my own life. My business didn't grow because I discovered a magical productivity tool. It grew because I sat in a room like this one and I did the same important task constantly. The same focus hour, which we discussed about it, which is the deep work window. The same discipline execution as I can. Over time, those small actions compound and eventually clarity becomes your advantage. We are building a community of 10,000 people strong who choose effectiveness over exciting. If you are still here, it's because you are tired of the fake hype. You want the results that live on the other side of boredom. Subscribe if you are joining the mission, and let's talk about the playbook. By the end of this video, I will share with you the playbook of this week. Remember when we said select 3 tasks? Identify 1 task that you have been avoiding because it feels boring. Something important, something will move you closer to your target, but repetitive. Tomorrow morning, do that task first during the deep working window that we have discussed about. No distraction, no noise, just execution. And notice something. The quiet feeling you experience, it's not failure, it's focus. In the upcoming episode, we are going to talk about something that holds many people back. Why motivation is unreliable and what high performance use instead. Because if you are relying on motivation, you will stop when things become boring. And if this episode helped you seeing productivity differently, like the video, share it with someone who needs a clarity, and subscribe. As we said, we are building a community of 10,000 people who choose effectiveness over exciting. Thank you for being part of this mission. And as always, we end our episode. Keep pushing, keep grinding, keep winning, and above all, breaking the cycle of failure. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye for now.